Hello, welcome to my channel and welcome from Victoria Harbour in Hong Kong, where we will be leaving and taking a short Trans-Asia flight over to Seoul in South Korea, aboard this wonderful Boeing 777 aircraft operated by Asiana Airlines in business class, and arriving a couple of hours later into the hustle and bustle of Seoul, the capital city of South Korea, experiencing the amazing service that Asiana has to offer in its business class product on this wide-bodied jet. Flight time today is approximately 2.5 hours. Hi, good morning. Today we are still in Hong Kong, but leaving today, going off to Seoul in Korea, flying on Asiana Airlines in one of their 777 planes in their Smartium business seats. I haven't flown Asiana before, so I'm kind of intrigued on how this is going to be. It's going to be a short flight, I think about 3 hours from Hong Kong over to Seoul, but I'm looking forward to it just to see what Asiana has to offer. So join me on this trip. Asiana is a member of the Star Alliance program and was founded in 1988. They have a large global network and they are based out of Seoul in South Korea. Currently still pending a merger with Korean Airlines, which is being held back by contractual and legal reasons. We are here today at Chek Lap Kok International Airport, which is Hong Kong's major air hub. This is an amazing airport and always has some kind of construction going on. This is a very pretty light display what greets you when you arrive into the main terminal building, and though not on the grand scale of say Dubai, Doha or Changi airports, it's still an amazing facility with great function and amenities. Quite large and grand inside the terminal building, which is split into zones for ease of organisation. Travelling over Chinese New Year, so as you can see the Chinese lanterns are out and they are preparing for festivities all over the Chinese peninsula. Asiana has a business class product which is very good, and it starts at arrival with a dedicated business class check-in line. After security, which was quite quick and efficient, we take a walk around the airport to try and find the lounge. This airport is not different than any others, with many shops, eateries and of course duty-free all over the place. As Asiana is a member of Star Alliance and so is Singapore Airlines, they have a shared lounge at the airport operated by Singapore. As far as lounges go, this one was quite small and not as luxurious as I thought it would be for a Singapore lounge. It is definitely clean and serves its function. There are plenty of food and drink options which you will see in a minute. I always opt for the printed boarding pass instead of the phone thing, which I can never seem to work. I had some mushroom soup and vegetable pasta with rice, which was all very delicious. And I felt like a beer, which is kind of unusual for me. After eating quite a lot, I headed up to the more spacious area to do some computer work, as this was all nearing the end of a big Asian trip and I had lots to catch up on. I actually took one of these private booths to work on, which was really great. Another look around the lounge, it was not that busy, the seating was comfortable and it's quite a nice space. After relaxing in the lounge, I decided to go for some more walking to explore the airport and came across this nice Chanel store, which is located in the middle of the airport terminal. Time for a little plane spotting. Here is of course a Cathay Pacific 777, which I'll be reviewing later this year in their premium economy product. From the left there is an EVA Air, China Eastern Cathay and Bangkok Airlines planes. This looks like an Air China plane and then the tail of our Asiana plane to the right. Here's a good look at our Asiana 777 aircraft that will be taking us over to Seoul today. Another glorious Cathay Pacific 777. I can't wait to fly them later in the year. This is our gate for flight OZ722 or OZ722 with a hopeful on-time departure. And all very organised. There is a business class boarding section ready and waiting. Hi, so I'm at the airport in Hong Kong and just waiting for boarding for the Asiana flight over to Seoul in South Korea. It is a little late, it's about 50 minutes late, which is no big deal. I guess they were late taking off from Seoul. It is a 777 aircraft still. They haven't changed the plane. good. So kind of excited about this flight. This has truly been a great Asian trip, and seeing all the different airports has been great, especially the plane spotting. So business class of course gets priority boarding, and we head down the jet bridge to get onto the plane. A great view to the left of the jet bridge of our plane. And arriving at the door of the aircraft to be greeted by friendly cabin crew. Our first look at the business class cabin with beige and orange colour screens, along with the private pods known as the Smartium seat with a 1-2-1 configuration. It is a nice looking cabin, though it does also look a bit worn out, and it's still clean, though and very light and spacious. The seat looks comfortable, it is wide, and there's lots of table space as we can see here. These seats have the crossover seatbelt also for safety, and a large pillow and a blanket is waiting for you. The screen is very dated, and you can see that these pods are quite old. Leg space though is very good, and the foot area is narrow. There are slippers again, along with the remote control area for the IFE and a seat control panel, which we can figure out later. The armrest is quite a good size, and there's a storage container underneath that. Headphones are noise cancelling and in this hygienic plastic wrapper. A closer look at the slippers. And a nice cream coloured blanket for comfort. The safety card for the Boeing 777-200 was easy to read and to understand, which is of course very, very important. For entrance into South Korea, you have to have completed a paper immigration form, which they hand out before takeoff and the departure. Before taking off, a hygiene wipe is given to refresh. I actually wipe down the surfaces with this, even though it's probably not a disinfectant. A lovely sparkling wine drink given pre-departure, which was refreshing. We are parked next to this Japan Airlines plane. And pushback was on time. Looks like we are going to arrive into Seoul, hopefully making good time. This view just shows the enormity of the 777 aircraft. A cute safety video plays on the entertainment screen while we're heading to the runway. Another view of the airport terminal building. Some Hong Kong airline planes and a Hong Kong Express plane. This looks like a hangar for the repairs of the larger planes in the distance. You can see a United aircraft. Takeoff was quite quick and smooth despite the weather conditions outside. And some views of the islands where the airport is and the residential buildings surrounding that area. Looks like this is a developing area with lots of land for building. We are flying over the many little islands that make up the Hong Kong Peninsula area. The in-flight map system is quite good and shows pretty much a direct line up to Seoul with a flight time of 2 hours and 24 minutes. Very quickly after takeoff, the cabin crew start preparing for the meal service and give out the business class menu for today's journey. There are Western and Korean choices for food, and I chose a Western, the beef stir fry. There was also an accompanying wine list, which was quite comprehensive with many options for spirits, non-alcoholics and wines. I look at the in-flight entertainment with the dated screen, which is operated by this old school looking remote control. The table came out of this area attached to the wall of the pod, and it was easy to use and easy to pull out. This Parma ham salad was delicious with fresh bread and a side salad as well. The food and the panache with the service for this flight was amazing, considering it was a 2-hour journey. I love this, the trolley service like the old days of flying. I think this is wonderful. Not many airlines do this anymore, and I wish it would. It has a certain style to it. The beef stir fry was very tasty and not too spicy. The vegetables and the rice went well together. All in all, this was a really great food service for such a short flight. There was even cheese and biscuits to follow with a port drink. This was fantastic, so incredibly delicious, and the cabin crew were amazing. After the cheese plate was even a sweet dessert. I chose a vanilla ice cream and I stole the spoon to take home with me. After all that, there was a coffee service as well, with freshly brewed coffee and a choice of tea from a box. Wow, this was a great time for this short flight, far exceptional than a lot of airlines I have flown similar flights with. Asiana certainly still has a customer service in mind, and they're not cheap at doing things. I look at the live flight functions of the seat, where it goes to a fully flat for the longer flights when sleep is necessary. A great function of this seat, and even though it does look a bit dated, it is very, very comfortable. We are now over the South Korean airspace. And we are very soon to be arriving into Seoul Incheon Airport. Not forgetting there are 2 airport services in this area, this first being Incheon and the second being Gimpo, which is about a 30-minute drive away. Great views of the outskirts of Seoul as we are arriving into evening here, and I know it's very, very cold outside. Coming into land now at the airport. Our first glimpse of South Korea out of the window. Landing was a smooth process, and taxi to the gate was a little on the lengthy side. However, plenty of opportunity to see lots of planes from several countries at this major international airport. So this was a great flight. Asiana has a solid business class product with exceptional service, especially the food, which was amazing. So this flight cost me around $500 US, which isn't so bad, and I got some good miles added to my United Award program. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit subscribe, notify if you want to see more of these flight reviews. Many thanks.